Welcome to Dominate, where we discuss strength and conditioning and much more.
What's good, man? Holy.
Everybody wants to be a monster.
Until they see what real monsters do.
Say it again, baby.
Everybody wants to be a monster. Until they see what real monsters do.
What's up, my man? Wayne Moore. Who are you? Tell everybody who you are, what you do. It's a pleasure to just sit here and chop it up with you. I just have to say that first off.
I'm having flashbacks. It's been a journey, man. It's been a journey, and let me just say, my name is Wayne Moore. I'm a running back for BC Lions. I'm also a professional artist, and I'm here with my father figure, mentor, close friend for life, Clance Laylor, man. You already know what it is.
That means a lot. Mm-hmm. So what I want to get into is, we've been together a long time, and through this long time, we've developed a close bond that's just natural, energy flowing. And what I really want people to understand is your journey. I've been there for the high times. I've been there for the low times. Just going back, I've shed some tears, and you shed some tears. But I just kind of want to give people an idea of what it's like through Wayne Moore's eyes, through your footsteps. To your journey, and which is not done.
No,
you still got more. It's not even close.
Not even close.
But so far making it to the CFL.
I don't even know where to start or how to word it, but let's
start right, like way back
when I met you.
When we met, and from what, high school?
Yeah, high school. That was my last year high school.
Last year high school.
Richview. That's crazy. I was introduced to you by my football coach from West Humber, because I was originally at West Humber, then I transferred to Richview. But he introduced me to you. He brought you up numerous times, and he said you were training PK, and I had met PK in the past. He showed me a couple of the YouTube videos when you were training them then. And then he said, I'm going to try and connect you with him and introduce you to him and see if he would want you to be, take the intern's position. So I came downtown. I was feeling myself. Because in high school at the time, I was the strongest, fastest. I was doing good in my sport, and the sky was the limit for me. That's the way I viewed it. When I came downtown to meet you, it was just like a reality check. Mm-hmm. Like everything, it just shook up my world.
And when did you kind of first experience that reality check?
I knew I was coming into something different, and it wasn't nothing that I've experienced before. But I was, just the way how I carry myself, I always observe and just, before I talk or anything. So I came in, spoke with you, and it was it was more so, what sidetracked me was that the fact you wanted to do an interview process. It wasn't you didn't really care about the physical assessment. It was I want to know who you are. So I was okay. I respected that, And then you told me what would be required. And it was just responsibility off the jump. It's just rules, you know what I mean? Rules and morals.
So just to jump on that point, for me, character is a big thing. Mm-hmm. A lot of people throw that word around, but it's not. It's your actions. Say what you're gonna do, and do what you're gonna say. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
And for me, working with you being a part of your life, coaching you, you've always been that person, and I've always appreciated that. That was a big thing, and you're coming in a strong kid, and we had to work on a lot of little things that you weren't happy with. Nah. You're pretty pissed off about it. Nah. What are some of those things you remember?
So I remember coming in. I think I came in the following day to do the physical testing, mm-hmm. And you asked me my numbers, what's your bench, what's your squat, just get a range.
Yeah.
For the testing. So I'll tell you some numbers, some big numbers.
Yeah.
that I was doing, but it wasn't to the standard that was expected.
Right.
Like full range, things like that. I wasn't really taught that way. I was taught, you know, squat to 90 degrees, don't go lower than that. Just different techniques. So I wasn't necessarily ever exposed to the way that you train. So when you told me to bench, my bench wasn't really, and didn't end up being close to what I said it was because we did the fat grip. I never did the fat grip before. And then, and it was neutral grip. Yeah. So everything was just different. Mid grip.
Yeah.
And then the mobility test with the overhead squat, I was like, that rocked my world. It's just, everything was just off.
Yeah.
And then I kept coming back for training, but I wouldn't touch a bar. Or if anything, it would be the bar max. But I was squatting the damn dowel, the stick. I was pissed. Every day I was like, yo, what is this, man? What am I coming here for? Because I knew I could do more than this.
Right. You don't feel like you're working.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm working, or I feel like you don't see what I'm capable of.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, like, I just felt like I was being tested and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And at the time, especially where I was in my life, I didn't really take stuff, you know what I mean? I'm like, and I didn't really know you either. So I'm like, yo, why is this guy telling me, like, yo, I can do more than this? So you tested me for it. Or were you, like, holding me back? But looking at it now, I would never change it. I would never, ever change it. All of it was necessary. I appreciate all of it. It played a lot more of a role in my life than just the gym, the gym aspect. It's just discipline, day-to-day discipline in all aspects of your life, and I'm grateful for all of it, man.
Talk about discipline, you know, sometimes I remind, you know, you intern way back, and I'm talking about character and no excuses, and I mean, you trained
Monday to Friday,
and the training sessions you'd lift and sprint, and we're talking about something like you finish train probably start at 10, finish by the time you wrap everything up, you know, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Then I used to watch you walk across I'll never forget, walk across the park with your knapsack, going to work, going to Costco, putting that in, and the night shift, working until
probably 12, 1 a.m.
And you weren't late for training. Nah. You weren't there. Sometimes I'd come in and I'd see you. I guess you'd get there a little early. You'd be napping, just to get ready for training. And
then I'll probably finish training and nap.
Nap before we go sprinting. Don't tell me about sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like, because I've seen the ones who want it do it, sacrifice for it. And to me, that's what I think we really create that crazy bond between me and you, is because I've seen you sacrifice. And when a man, and other clients I've seen don't even say anything, watching you sacrifice and putting in all that work, and, you know, not rocking around, Jada, I'm the strongest guy, I'm the, whatever. Always humble, always respectful. You know, there's a line, obviously.
100%, yeah.
But everybody loves you because of your hard work, your work ethic. And I don't want to go off track. It's just, that's just makes me just so happy. And to see you as a family man, as an artist, as a professional football player, and seeing the sky's the limit for you, right? But I want you to, you know, take it back to like when you got drafted, man, to Montreal.
Yeah.
That was like,
it was a breakthrough.
That little, I think we had a video.
A little gathering, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I had a little gathering of like the closest people to me, the people that helped me along my way, along my journey, that have been there in different ways. And everything leading up to that point was rough. Rough.
Elaborate on it. So speak on it, man. Let me hear. Tell him it wasn't easy, baby.
It wasn't easy. Yeah? It wasn't easy, but I went to Mac, and it was just a rocky road the whole way. The whole way was a rocky road. I just had to persevere through many things. There's numerous times I wanted to quit. There's numerous times I call you crying, frustrated, put some holes in my wall.
It used to blow my mind. I used to say, okay, he's a running back. Number 1 or number 2, strongest guy on the team. Fast, explosive. I'm not blind. Why aren't they playing this guy more? What are they doing? And why are you guys trying to disrupt his if you want, I remember I shot a video about it. I got so frustrated that, okay, the kid's a beast. He's doing everything he's supposed to be doing. If you have a problem, come communicate with me.
Yeah.
But the problem, from what I understand going on, it's much deeper than that.
It's going everything around me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I try to address it, it'll just be fluff.
Uh-huh.
And you could just see right through it, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like I was able to see right through it, and but I did speak up numerous times. But it was just a journey that I had to go through, get through it, persevere, and get an opportunity to. Cause I know if they didn't see what I was capable of, somebody was seeing it, and that came to show. It came to show, and to fast forward to the positive side, to when I had my loved ones around me, and I had the draft process. It's a feeling like I'll never forget. That video, man, I go back and watch it because it's special. Because you see raw emotion.
Yeah.
I love seeing your reaction.
It was crazy,
Your reaction.
I think I almost broke your neck.
Yeah. You're the first person. If you watch it in slow-mo, you're the first person to react. I was like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. But man, I wouldn't trade it for nothing because it made the friction that I had made that moment so much more special.
Say that again, man. What's that? Like, and I learned from you so much. Friction is good.
Friction
baby.
is good.
Friction is good.
And it sounds messed up. I remember the first time I said it to you, you're like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, you're looking at me like, what do you mean friction is good? But I learned it. Even if I had read it at the time, I wasn't able to understand it because I had to go through it and actually feel it. And then I embraced it, and I'm like, yo, friction is good because that's the only way you grow.
Yes.
That's the only way you grow. Through training, we have to bust our ass in here. Sorry for my language, but bust our ass in here. We go. That's the only way you'll get a positive outcome, growth. That's the only way you'll pretty much achieve your goals. You have to pretty much shed where you currently are to get to where you want to be. So in everyday aspect of life, it's not going to just be a smooth journey like this. You have to jump over some hurdles. You have to break through some walls. But as you're doing that, you're getting stronger as you're getting closer to the destination. So all of that friction that you're going through, yeah, it's shitty at the time, but it's necessary because that's what's building you. Behind the scenes, that's what's really building you to get to that destination and be able to handle that. If you don't have that friction and you just get to that destination, trust me, it's going to be a rude awakening.
It's so powerful because, you know, when you're going through it, you're like, why me? And that's natural. I get it. I understand why they're struggling and so on and so forth. But when you said that friction is good for me, that's, you know, I said, what's this guy talking about? But that when you explain it to me and I dug into it, you're just basically talking about growth.
Yeah,
you're basically preparing yourself, your mind, your body.
Mentally first.
For the next
obstacle,
for the next reward or opportunities that's coming to you.
What do you say? Be ready for anything.
Be ready for anything, babe.
Be ready for anything.
What's the next exercise? What are we doing? Be ready for anything. You guys
but that's the thing though. It's like those little lessons that you preach in here, it sticks with us because it's real life. It's real. It's not just the gym, not just pertaining to the sprints, the workouts. It's real life. You gotta be ready for anything. When I leave here, I gotta be ready for anything. That's an everyday, all the time thing. No matter what, you always have to be prepared to face whatever's to come. And
the training methods that you've been through all the years, that's pretty much the bottom. You know, that's just like, that is how I love to develop the athletes. That's how any day, I remember you were telling me that, you know, you haven't squatted for a while, you haven't done exercise for a while, but you're just going slap, 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 boom, throwing some big weight. People want to like, yo, don't you have to warm up? Don't you have to? Yo, your condition, like, your foundation is set.
It's laid.
And I just love when even the cameraman just now is like watching you throwing some weight, like you haven't touched any weights for a while.
It's been
like,
a while.
Slap, 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 boom. You have this life we live in, and you know, being a professional athlete and and adversities, you have to be mentally ready. And I believe that's where I believe training is not just about moving that weight. It's all about that mental development.
That's what it
that
is
inner
first.
strength, and that's one of the biggest compliments a lot of my athletes tell me is that, Clance, man, I appreciate the mental growth that the training
100%
has developed in me, and that's huge for me. Let's talk about like way more in terms of the artist,
Wow.
family man, papa, husband.
Crazy. I don't know where to start. Looking at myself, where I currently am right now, I'm proud of myself. And I can say that with confidence because I've been through a lot. I'm able to look at that and acknowledge it. But like I said before, I was able to get through all of it. And it's not done. I know I'm not even close to my peak in any aspect, but I'm ready to face whatever is coming. And I will continue to be proud because I'm gonna face that with the same mindset, you know? But I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for where I am. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my capabilities. I'm grateful for my loved ones and the people that are around me and support me. And I just continue to take it a day at a time, man. But with me being, like you said, Wayne Moore as the artist, I'm proud of myself for really taking the time to tap into that, to tap back into it, because it's something I've always done personally for myself. Because playing sports, playing football, training and all that, it's a lot of friction, you know, a lot of beating up, a lot of muscle. But when I go home and I want to kind of deflate, turn on some music, if it's my paint, it's my brush, it's my pen, pencil, I just flow, man. And it feels so good.
The biggest thing for me is like, I known you for all these years and I didn't see the work. And I seen some of your work just recently, you know. And I'm like, what?
A lot of people react like that.
And I'm like, you know, I bought an original piece from you.
Yeah, that was...
I love that piece so much because it has such a deep, it was just calling me. It has such a deep meaning to me. And, you know, that's why I kept harassing you about it.
Yeah.
Right?
I told you, from what you said, I'm like, it's yours.
Don't worry,
it's yours.
It's yours. Okay, wait, I want that. I don't want a reprint. I want that.
But I respected that so much. Like, you doing that, you don't know, but it encouraged me so much because it's like, that was the point in time when I was kind of just putting it out there, like, yeah, I do this. But I still kind of, it was always something I did for myself. So when I started to put it out there at first, I wouldn't say timid, but it was uncomfortable.
Which is natural.
Yeah.
Because you're moving in natural territory.
Yeah.
Even sitting here talking, all that, you know, I'm about that business in the gym.
Exactly. It's that action I can deal with that.
So this is different environment. So I get it. But when I seen that work, and plus in the environment that we're in right now, man, the work that you're doing is so powerful, you know, with the George Floyd. I don't know about a lot of people out there, but that's made a massive shift in terms of me understanding our history and teaching our children and so on and so forth. So me seeing your work is not just like, your work to me resonates, and there's millions of people out there that have to see your work and they're gonna buy your work.
Appreciate that.
Facts. Like I don't see any other way. Like I don't see, because it's just I love it.
It's crazy when you say that because the more I dive into it wholeheartedly, it's like we were talking about before, energy, I just feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. The thoughts consistently come to mind. So much ideas. It's like, I'm grateful for it, but sometimes it's like overwhelming because I get all these ideas and I'm like, I want to be able to produce all of them. So sometimes I got to sketch them out before I actually get an opportunity to put it on canvas and present it. But just that experience, it's hard to explain because it's all in my head, but it's like just that experience of formulating all these ideas and things that are happening in the world and things in my mind, and to put it onto canvas, you know, with color and emotion and, you know, just different effects. It feels good because I know through my painting, through my work, one, people could look at it the way I present it, but it allows people to look at it in any which way they feel. And that's what I like, because most people, I want you to look at it and have a thought process. Even if you look at it for 5 seconds and you take it in, that's all I want. I want you to think. I'm just trying to get you thinking. That's it. Because you'll see some colors and it might affect you in a way or draw you to it, but everyone has their own personal life experience, and that's what'll make them either gravitate to it,
right,
or move away from it, not want to entertain it, right?
And you know what really impressed me as well? I wanted you to, hey, I called you up and say, wait, can you draw this piece for me? And you say, Clance, man, you said like, I don't really do that. Like,
yeah.
It just, the work I do, it kind of just comes from me, or it's something that's coming from me or whatever. The main point is that, which I really appreciate and I really respect, and it really goes to the fact how authentic your work is. Your work is coming from deep. That made the piece I bought from you way deeper, to knowing that it came from you. It's not just, okay, somebody told me to draw this, draw that.
Nah.
Hey, no disrespect to anybody wants to do that.
Yeah, that's just not
But I'll
me.
just keep watching what you do, and if I like something and it pulls me, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that to me is a powerful message to a lot of entrepreneurs, and as a businessman, you know, is trying to run a gym, who we have a certain culture.
Yeah.
I train people a certain way, and I have a certain belief, a certain authenticity, and a lot of times people are coming to pull that, you know, to chip away at that, to take you away. And what you just did to me, I'm really driving home this point, because it's not just about, it was really deep to me. It's like, yo, you got to stay true to you.
It's the most important thing. That's what keeps...
Like, you say no to me.
Yeah.
It's a big deal to me.
Like,
you know what I mean?
But that's the thing too. It's not that I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
That's when I do my work. I don't even call it work. It's like, it's just my joy, my passion. When I'm in that vibe, it's purely from the inside. Like, I'll be sitting on my couch sometime looking in the ceiling, and my mind is just flowing with ideas. And my lady be looking at me like, you okay? And I'm like, nah, don't worry. Like, it's just formulating. But I know later on in the night, I'm gonna tear up that canvas, because I gotta let it out. But that's the best feeling, because it's bubbling inside, and it's like formulating itself. But when I get to that canvas and just let it out, that's the way I want it to be done.
Authentic.
Yeah, it's not.
The work is so, like, to me, it was just huge, man. I guess maybe just because of the timing, you know, certain things going on with COVID, and everybody's pulling you certain directions and this and that. You know, that's how and I was writing my book and whatever. It just made me, you just reinforced my belief of just staying the course and being you, being authentic. You're not for everybody.
Nah, man. I'm not trying to be for anybody. And man, that just made my piece way more like valuable in my eyes, you know. Yeah, because it's not coming from nowhere.
Yeah,
it's coming from here.
It come from here.
From here.
That's it, man.
So,
I guess to get back on the training and football and so on and so forth. What is your, once this whole COVID thing slows down, or if things kind of get back to some type of normal, what's your objective? What's your goals?
Man, it's crazy, because a lot of people have asked me, or I've heard a lot of people say, like, after COVID or after this pandemic, like, what are you gonna do, or how are you handling it? And just how I live my day-to-day life, I'm a low-key person. I'm a low-key, like, I just do my own thing. So I'm not saying I'm not fazed by it, but like, friction is good, man. Because if this thing didn't come around, I really think I wouldn't have tapped into my art this way. And I'm appreciative of it, because it's allowed me to think differently.
Right.
Coming out of this now, I want to have an art show. I set a date for my birthday, but some complications now due to things slowing down.
Right.
But it will be done.
Nice.
It will be done. I'm formulating a lot of pieces to get that out there, and I really want to create an experience for a lot of people to come to one area and have discussions looking at the work I present.
Beautiful.
Because, of course, I would love for people to buy my work. That to me, that's the bonus, because that means that you're gravitated to it in a special way, not just by the eye. It hits a little deeper. But from the surface, I do just want to get people in one area to have a discussion about looking at a piece. That's just to me, that's a really special feeling, to be able to create something, to have people stand up and look and say, and just talk about it. I feel like a lot of people don't do that day to day. A lot of people don't like to talk. A lot of people don't like to discuss. And yeah, it's just head down, you know?
Photography is my hobby. And, you know, I remember someone, I don't know if I read it somewhere or what, and I printed a lot of photos. And someone said to me, man, if you want your photography to live or your pictures to live, print it and frame it.
Yeah, man.
Even if you don't frame it, print it and put it into a special thing. And I'll never forget that. And I plan on getting back to doing a lot of photography, but because a lot of times I'll walk by my, and look at a print, I'll say, yeah.
Yeah. And my project, you know my project.
Yeah.
It's coming out soon, but that's a huge part of it.
That's massive.
Huge part of it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people used to have a lot of family pictures.
Yes.
That's all I'll say for now.
Yeah,
a lot of family pictures, and they just don't. It used to be a big thing. You go into every household and you see that. But now it's like, yeah, they take the pictures, but it's just stored in the phone. If you lose the phone,
and they forget about it.
Yeah, and you don't appreciate it.
You don't appreciate
it because it's just like, I'm gonna take this picture, and then a few days later, I'm gonna dress up again and take another picture. But it's just like event after event. It's not like what was this moment about?
Yeah.
Like, what do we do here? What do we achieve in this picture? When you print it and you get a chance to look at it, it should be empowering, and that's what you want to happen. So with my project, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
To continue, you said, like, what are my goals? Busting my ass to have a successful season. And I have a lot of personal goals that I'm keep to myself.
100%.
But I'm putting forth my best effort to
put in that work,
make a statement.
It's just like, I feel like we can do like 4 of these shows, these discussions, because we have so much to talk about.
It's hard.
When I say we're just cutting through stuff, we're cutting through stuff. It's
hard just to chop.
It's hard to chop down. But what I want you to do is let younger athletes get into your world, or give them some advice in terms of they want to
be successful.
Impart on the journey becoming a pro athlete. What advice would you have for that young man or that young woman?
Really and truly train here. And it's not even because of Clance or a promotion thing. That's just what it is. After being exposed, I'm a professional athlete now. I'm just going to say it as it is. I've been exposed to a lot. I see a lot out there, and it's just not it. When I'm here, and every time I come back here, I want to come back here because what I see out there, it's not doing it for me. That's me personally. But I feel like with what I go against that's out there, I'm usually in the winning favor. And if I were able to come here a lot younger, I would have done that. And I would, what age would you say is the best time to really apply this type of training?
11, but not this type, but building the foundation from 11 years old, which is huge. What we had to work on is mobility and flexibility. Usually gets distorted from improper training. But I want to double down on that a little bit, because what you said is like really important. I'm not a braggadocious, I'm the guy. I let my athlete speak for itself.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people say, nah, Clance, I see a lot of things compared to you. You got to let people know. I try to let people know through the work, through the production. It's just the gimmicks out there. like, dude, man, it drives me crazy.
I already know.
It drives like it's the marketing machine, the sales machine, Instagram, YouTube, dude, it's crazy. And I'm just so happy to hear that. Yeah, you're a pro athlete. You go out there, you see. You're part of different teams, part of different training, so on and so forth. Who come at you with all kinds of stuff, and you're like,
and it's hard. It's hard because growing up in school, I always heard majority wins.
Yes.
Majority wins, and there's a vast majority that
I'm a minority.
Yeah, you're huge minority.
I'm a huge minority.
But it's the right minority
because it's hard. This shit is hard,
and nobody.
And people want to avoid hard shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Nobody wants that friction.
Yeah,
and I had to go through this friction to know that it's good. Like I won't revert from it. No, now that I know what it's doing for me, no matter how tough it is, that's what you need. Because the fluff and if I'm going into training to just bust a sweat and do some movement and I'm leaving all nice and clean, I'm coming Monday to Friday and it's just in and out, in and out. That's not it. What am I doing? Really, what am I doing? You know what I mean? It's not doing it.
Club men.
It's
club men.
it's comfortable.
Not around here, eh, boy.
It's comfortable. It's comfortable, but it's not doing it for me. And that's me personally. But I know what it's done for me compared to what's out there. You get me? So it's like I need that friction. I need that work. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's tough. But I know what I'm developing. Because when I want to activate that, trust me. Like that.
Baila.
Like that.
Baila.
You know what I mean?
Baila.
So it's not like a warm-up thing.
It's not about we ain't talking.
Nah, it's
we're about it for real.
That's just what it is. I'll be quiet, I'll do my thing, but if I wanna, yo, it's here. You know what I mean? So if you wanna develop that and you're trying to get that, just come here, man. Get it from the grassroots. It's better. It's the better. The earlier you come, the better. Because if I could have came here younger, if I could, and I have the foundation now.
When I have the foundation, the clay, I can mold it properly. I don't have to back. A lot of times athletes come in, it's like a tug of war. It's like we had a tug of war. I gotta pull you back, and then you think I'm against you or I'm fighting with you, and but some young man they get it or oh no, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So we gotta go through that. Yeah. Majority of the time they listen, and then we got to build you back up. And
at the end of the day, I've always learned that tough love is one of the best things you can get. If you're giving me all the nice stuff and Wayne, you're doing this, great job, Wayne. Every day it's just good job, good. Yo, tell me something that I'm doing wrong because I know I'm not doing everything right, and I need to hear that now. This nice stuff doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. I need the grunginess because that awakens what I need in my sport.
Didn't we talk about that? I called you after a session. Not called you. It was after a training session, and I said, Wayne, I got to talk to you. Because I was struggling with that.
I know.
And that's when you told me friction is good.
Because
the program is the program. Shit. If you don't want to do with the program, go somewhere else.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, you're going to come back because you're going to need that fucking program.
Which it happens. You see it happening. You see it happening, Wayne. Right? You see it happening. They think this guy is crazy, but
it's fine.
There's a method to the madness.
It's fine.
Yo, when you told me, Clance, friction is good, and that's where I can remember we're sitting at Starbucks.
Yeah, I remember you said I
we're outside.
Yeah, and I had to really say because the reason I was able to present it to you that way is because I went through it, and there was numerous times when I was going through that friction, and I was like, yo. I was in my room. I'm like, yo, I'm not going to training today. I'm not. Like, there's no way. I can't squat. I can't. There's no way I can do nothing. So I'm staying home. And I'll see my phone ring. I'll see my phone ring. Yo, Wayne, you coming today?
Because the funny thing I used to have like, because me, people think I don't have my.
Like you're tracking.
I'm tracking.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention. I know what's going on.
You might not say a word, but you're just watching it. Yo.
I'm just watching.
All right.
And I had a feeling like, a couple times like, okay, just to make sure.
Yeah, I know.
Just to make sure.
And that's what it takes you to. It takes you to that point where you're like, that fight or flight kicks in numerous times, probably every fucking day. But it's like, because I felt it. It's undescribable, man. Because you just have to go through it. Even now, even till this day, I could come in today, ask for a program, and it's like, no matter how much years I've been through it, it's not going to be a breeze because it never stops.
It never stops.
It doesn't stop.
It's a system that is built on the more you put in it, the more you get on it.
Exactly.
You slack, it's not going to help you, right?
Yeah,
you got to do the work.
Yes, the foundation is good, but if I want to achieve what I need to achieve, then the work needs to be put in.
Needs to be put
a certain way with the friction.
My man.
You know what I mean? So,
my man. Love, man. Is there anything you want to close out with? Anything you want to say? It's just, honestly, man, there's just so much.
There's so much.
That I can't really, I'm just being real. Like, I didn't, write this stuff on a pad. It's just, we're just chopping it up.
We do this like every day.
Every day. We communicate all the time.
Every day, all the time.
So I just really want you, and I really want the young fellas out there and young ladies out there to understand, man, that this brother right here earned everything and has earned everything that's coming to. Like, I'm not just saying it because you put in the work and you continue to put in the work. Sorry.
But look, the fact that we're able to talk every day, it's been how much, like 9 years now?
Easy.
And it's like, the fact that we have this relationship.
And we don't even talk about training.
Exactly. Not at all. But that's the relationship we've built because of training was the gateway to start it. But the relationship we built, the back and forth, the yelling, the grinding, that's what that's what builds a true relationship. Because it's like you're seeing all aspects of it. And I know as an athlete, I know you care about me. That's one of the most important things because sports is a grimy world. Really and truly, sports is a grimy world. And if you're trying to get to the professional level, it's not going to be no pat on the back, good job system. It's like, are you performing? Good. We're keeping you. You're not performing? Bye. I had my fair share of that. And that's why I know. Coming here will prepare you for that and let you know how to handle it. If you're going to go deal with the fluff stuff, I'm telling you, you're going to be in for a rude awakening because the real world and what you're trying to aspire to do is not like that. It's cutthroat system. So if you want to be prepared for that, come here, deal with the friction. You're going to get yelled at. Yeah, it's fine, but it's going to bring the best out of you. It may be yelling because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. It may be yelling to motivate you, but it's going to get the best out of you. I'm getting chills, bro, because I know it's true.
Thank you so much for saying that.
It's true,
because,
man.
like, if I'm not yelling at you, or if I'm not paying attention to you, I don't care. And that really doesn't happen because this gym is too small, so you out of here.
And that's what I like.
You're gone.
It's an intimate gym.
That's it. It's an intimate gym.
If I'm here and Fabian is there, and Fabian's a bigger guy, he's moving bigger weight, but if he's moving weight and I see him moving weight, I'm gonna say, yo, I'm moving weight too. It's always a challenge. It's friction though. So if he sees me getting closer, he's like, nah, I can't get Wayne close to him. So he's gonna put on weight, but I'm pushing it, but it's subconscious. That's the environment. You want that. Because what am I gonna do on the field? What am I doing in my sport? It's competition all the time. It's not a frenzy thing.
And that's what people don't understand. Why I'm so fixed on that word, dominate. Because you gotta dominate your mind. You gotta dominate every day you get up out of bed and to dominate. You gotta look at you and dominate that negativity. Dominate that I can't. That we have the same can't stop, won't stop. You gotta believe it. You gotta be there before anybody else. You gotta be you. Whatever you wanna do before anybody else believes it, you better believe it.
That's what it is.
That's it. You can't wait for me to believe it or somebody else. You gotta believe it deep and get after that. That's what it's about. Dominate that bullshit. Dominate that negative talk. Dominate them fucking lazy motherfuckers who don't want to talk. Dominate all that bullshit and get in that real work.
And this is what you get every day.
And trust me, I've been fucking searching for the best training methods all my fucking career. Made tons of mistakes with some dumb shit that scientifically they say works. The fucking shit because the results speak for itself. I'm getting so fucking annoyed. But my point is, like, yo, it all comes back down to hard work, the right work, and you have to be challenged. If nobody's not challenged, you get the fuck out of there. Leave that one. If I don't challenge you, yo, what the fuck? What am I doing for you?
You challenge yourself like you coming back.
Yeah, what am I doing for you?
Coming back.
Like, there's not, what, you're gonna come in here like a big dog and lift all big weight. Nah, fuck that. That shit don't work. Yo, you got to, because that's my job. My job is to reach in and pull and will that the best Wayne Moore could be, period. And what I love about that is that transfers to all kinds of aspects in life. You know, whatever you decide to do after sport, don't let no motherfucking body tell you you can't. Fuck you. I can do whatever I put my mind to. Period.
And that's what goes. That's what goes back to everybody want to be a monster until they see what real monsters do. Because there's gonna be numerous people that come here because they think. That's what they think. They can do what the monsters do until you line up beside the monster and see him rock your fucking world. You see what I'm saying?
That's why.
That's what happens.
That quote is on the board, and until I die, that quote's gonna be living with me. Wayne Moore. Everybody wants to be a monster until they see what real monsters do.